This is my drawing of Spider-Man, and today I'm going to guide you through each of the steps so that you could draw this yourself. So grab a pen and paper and let's get started. Let's begin today's lesson in the center page with the top edge of the eyes. Now I'm going to leave a gap in the center. Let's start over on the left. We're going to draw a curve that goes up and just bend that out towards the top of the eye to right about there. Now let's line this up over on the right and do the same thing, going in the opposite direction, bend this up and then out towards the same height. Now I want to draw the bottom edge of the eye. So I'm going to start back on the left. I'm going to come around, almost straight down. I want to bring this down a little bit lower than we have on the inside. And then just curl that back up. Let's do the exact same thing on the right. Coming down, round out the eye, go along the outside, and then bend that up. Let's add that thick trim around the eyes. From the inside corner, step in. I'm just going to trace this, but we're going to go a little bit wider with a gap as we come up towards the top. Let's do the same thing on the right. Going up, we'll bend that out. And we want to add a curl, coming around and then in. Let's trace the eyes along the outside. So we're going to start back on the left. We're going to go around. Now let's follow the curve of the eye, coming all the way down towards the bottom. I'm going to round this out, and I want to pull that up towards a point on the inside. Let's do the same thing on the right. Coming down, around the eye, and this around the outside, and then we'll curl that back up and in towards the top. Now I switch to a thick black marker and fill the inside of the trims. Now that we've filled the inside of the eyes, let's draw the top half of the head. We're going to start from the outside of the eye, bend this up around the eye, and pull that in. Now I want to round out the top of the head in the center, go across towards the right, and just tuck that in towards the same height. Now I'm going to follow the eyes all the way down towards the bottom. Just going to curve the head, coming down and then in towards the jaw to right about there. Do the same thing on the right. Now let's pull this in towards the chin. So on the left side, just going to round out the jaw, pull that in towards the middle. Let's do the same thing on the right. Rounding this out, come in, and we'll curve the chin with a slight curve. Now with the head in place, let's draw the side of the neck. We're going to start on the left. We're going to bend this in and then back out towards the shoulders. Let's go to the inside and draw two straight angled lines coming down and in for the throat. Now along the side of the neck, I'm just going to curve the shoulders going out and then down towards the bottom of our page. Let's go back to the center. We're going to draw the collarbone. We're going to start with a curve coming down and up. Now on the ends, we want to bend the chest going out and then down. Now I'm going to switch to my thin black marker and add those thick webs across the mask. We're going to start right in the center on either side. So I'm going to bend this up and in towards the center, leaving a gap. And then from the ends, draw a straight line going all the way up to right about there. And I'll trace that same line on the right, going up. Now from the ends, let's draw that first web, coming down and out towards the eyes. Step up, and then trace that coming back in towards the middle, again, leaving a small gap. Let's go up to the next set of webs. We're going to go up to right about there. Now let's do that one more time, coming down and then out towards the eyes. Let's trace this along the inside. And then again, going all the way up towards the top. I'm going to add 2 webs going up and out with a curve. So starting back on the left on top of the eye, bend this up and out to right about there. Do the same thing on the right. Now let's connect the inside to the outside with a curve. We're going to bend this down and then up. Let's trace that curve along the outside, coming down towards the eyes. Bend this down and then out. Now we're going to trace that along the inside, going up. Let's continue this curve, going up towards the top of the head. Let's follow that curve, coming back in. Again, leaving those gaps in between. And then we're going to work our way in towards the middle. Coming up and then in. And all the way up towards the top. Let's go back down towards the bottom. We're going to go up and then down to add some thickness. Round up the bottom. Now on the ends, curve out and then down, about right there. Bend this up and then in underneath the eyes. Let's trace the inside, going down and up, going down towards the inside. You'll add that web, going up and then down. Now underneath the eyes, let's add that bottom, just tracing that curve coming in. This out and then down, just up above the chin. And again, from here, bend this up and then out towards the jaw. Let's follow that curve, going up and then in underneath the eyes. And I'll trace that along the outside. Let's trace the top in the center. Bend this down towards that bottom web. I'm going to add that one final curve in the center. I'm just going to trace this along the bottom. And we're going to follow this curve coming down towards the chin. Now I'm going to go back up to the top. We're going to add one more web on either side with 2 angled lines going in towards the eye. Now we're going to add some more webs across the body. We're going to start right in the center with those 2 lines coming down. And then working our way out toward the side. And then just tracing that out along the inside. And once we finish adding in all those webs, we'll sign our art and add a splash of color. And that's pretty much it. There's a drawing of Spider-Man. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please be sure to subscribe for more videos each day where I'll show you how to draw different characters just like this. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.